I know, Molex Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright. You know, I just saw a thing as I was loading up the game. If I put points into the thing, I'm supposed to get a better chance at books for it. So let's figure out where they're hiding tools. Salvage operations? Wrench, ratchet, nope, that's not it. Clearly minor 69er. How many points do I have to spend? I'm 9. Minor 69er, right, would be pickaxe. We'll put a point in there. Mother load is how much you get, but I'm not really mining yet, so I'm not too worried about that. What about, like... Is there one for lumber? Let's see, living off the land. Specialized in harvesting more crops using your hands or a tool. I mean, I do need that. Parkour! It's a daring adventure. Get better rewards for doing quests. Oh, okay. Make items faster with reduced cost at workstations. Interesting. Learn to build vehicles cheaper. This one might be worth putting a point into. I would say, though, I don't see anything about... This could be useful. I don't see anything about... Maybe Motherlode. More resources, right? Maybe. I'm gonna put another point into this, given that that's my food. Still have 3 more points I can spend. Let's see, Spearmaster is gonna require me to have, like, what? Yeah, perception at 10. Although my perception is at 8 already. Deadeye. Deadeye might be good. Let's bump up Lucky Looter. Okay. Alright. Okay, I need to go north, west a little bit more here. Just trying to explore places that are still in gray. Can I fit through? governor's office. Oh, look, right here. Isn't that handy? I already found another workshop place. Okay, where's the tricky spot to get in here? So, yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy couple of days here. Over the weekend, my internet quit working, which, you know, is never fun. Yep, I'm already rocking one of those. The ISP had their data center overheat. And so we basically lost our, wow, my brain is drawing a blank on how the internet works. Your directory? That's not the word I want. What's the thing where you send out a request and then the DNS server? That's it. So we lost our DNS server stuff, basically. Which meant that if you were connected to something, you were fine, but you're never going to find anything on, like, Google or anything, because that's just gone. So none of the web pages would open. And it couldn't connect to anything if I wasn't already connected to it. And so, like, we were trying to watch, like, whatever I was already connected to would work fine. That dude, like, just fell through the floor or something. You guys want to come off of there and let me stab you a little bit? Also, I'm having a really hard time stabbing zombies today for some reason. Look at this, TV's got signal. So, like, we could finish the episode we were on, but we couldn't load the next episode, kind of thing. Oh, I was already wearing lucky goggles. Nope, that's not where I want to go. I want to go this way. Which sucks. So we spent the afternoon watching, Gladiator. With my nephew, because he hadn't seen it before. Kind of been showing him some old movies that they, you know, have never heard of, never seen. And like, yeah, you see this is a good movie. I don't know if I want to drop down there to the lower floor. I feel like there's got to be... I don't know if this is the correct path up, but hey, it's the one I'm taking. Yeah, we watched the extended version, anyways, of Gladiator. I don't know when the last time I saw the extended version. Also, you know what? I was trying to get into this place over here, right? I honestly forgot what I was doing. Don't fall off. I almost fell off. Is this the store I want? Am I in the store I want? Can't tell. Oh, dang it. It was the store I wanted, and then I fell off of it. Dang it, zombie. I don't know what happened to her, but... I was kind of hoping that Big Bad Swing there would knock him down, keep him down. Didn't happen. And eventually, you know, the power did come back on, or not the power, the internet came back on, and so we were able to. I don't remember. I think we finished that, and then it was time for my game night. So we played some Vampire Survivor. Nope. Keep calling it that. V Rising, which is pretty fun. I'm really enjoying V Rising. I'd played it before and thought it was okay, but you know, been playing it with my group, and after playing all the way through what's available of what's the name of that game we just played? Valheim. Yeah, I way prefer V Rising. What's that new one coming out that looked good? Was it like Enshrouded or something? I saw a little trailer for it today, and I was checked out the. Well, I sent the guys a message on the Discord, and I was like, "Hey, I think this is our next game, even though we're not even close to being done with V Rising. But once we get done, because it's not out yet, I think it comes out on the 24th, and we're not going to be done with V Rising by then for sure." We haven't even hit iron level weapons yet, so we're still working on it. Maybe tonight. I think we got a session planned for tonight, so and then disappointing. I'm very disappointed that there was not more useful items in here. Seeing as how I'm looking for tools, I put all those points into that stuff so that I could get the correct books. And what did I get? None of the books that match the things I put points into. That's okay though. I'll just be on my way. We'll go find someplace else. Whoops. I just ruin my scaffolding here. All right. Yeah, so then last night, which would have been Monday night, I went to bed, right? Everything seemed okay when I went to bed. And about 4:30, I woke up and I was like, dang, I'm cold. And yeah, there's a reason it was dang, I'm cold. Furnace quit working. It's like the coldest temperatures of the year right now for where I live. Like negative degrees tonight. Negative degrees Fahrenheit tonight. And so you know, I woke up and I go up to the bathroom, come back down. I'm like, dang, it is cold in here. Why is it so cold in here? Ooh, look, I found another merchant guy. And so I swung by the old computer room here, because it's got the thermostat in it. And I was like, well, this isn't right, because the thermostat is currently registering 58 degrees. And you know, 58 degrees is not warm enough for me. So the furnace was on, so I went in and I it's got a on-off switch for the furnace. So over the years of having this furnace, Sometimes it gets stuck on. So I turned it off and I waited a little bit and then I turned it back on and it comes back on. I mean, it was already on when I came in, but it was like stuck on. And so I'm like, okay, well, we'll see if this fixes it. And, you know, it comes on and I can see, like, I'm pretty sure the pilot light came on. And, but then the burners didn't come on. It's got like, I don't know what to call it. I'm not a furnace dude. It's a gas furnace. And so there's like all these, fires. I really don't know what to call them. They're like long metal pans across the bottom, and the fire comes out of them, and heats up things like the house and the hot water. And so I was like, oh well, I could have kept going that direction. I didn't realize I was still in town. And so I was, I was like, oh great. So now it's 4:30 in the morning. Clearly, not gonna get anything fixed at 4:30 in the morning. Had hoped to get my normal 8-ish hours of sleep I aim for. Clearly not happening now. Nobody else even, woke up or cared that it was cold. Because there were people who were out and about. I heard them. We're just all on different floors. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotcha. We're freezing to death. Nobody cares. And so I got out the electric heaters and I plugged them in, and the one down here, I've got to run a cord to it and get it all set up so that it's blowing heat into the room where all the pipes are and the furnaces and all that. And I don't want the pipes to freeze up. And then upstairs, we have a pretty open floor plan on the ground floor, and so I'm like, okay, I got one tiny electric heater here. I'll turn that on, and I set them to a certain temperature, and turned it on and let it run, and then I came back down and went to bed. Oh, do I have food? I do not have any food on me. Okay. Well, let's finish. We'll go around the edge here and work my way back. And so, I went back to bed. And then, over the weekend, too, we had the biggest snowstorm of the year so far. And we got, like, probably all told 8 to 9, 10 inches. We've had like no inches before this practically all year, or all winter. And so it was a big dump. And so the driveway's half blown in with snow as well, on top of it being super cold. And so, there's like 3 adults live in this house, and so I'm like, hey, yeah, you guys should probably call somebody to get the driveway plowed. And they're like, I don't know who to call. I'm like, well, I don't know who to call either. So you better find somebody. I can't find anybody. There's just nobody. I'm like, I see people driving around with snow plows on the front of their trucks everywhere here. I'm pretty sure you can find somebody. And so then with the furnace not working, they decided they had better do something about the driveway today, I guess. I thought that was a dog. It's a shopping cart. And so they did end up finding someone to plow the driveway, and then officially added us to the list. And then oh, there's no way out of this parking lot, dang it. So then so I got up early today. Ugh. Don't spit on me, man. I'm just trying to get to the road, okay? Because, I wanted to make sure I got calls out to get things fixed, and so um, first thing I pick up my phone and I see there's a text like 3 minutes before I picked up my phone that they had found somebody to plow the driveway. I was like, well, that's good. And I'm like, so what time are they coming? So I'd know when to sit my. Oh, now it's nighttime. So I'd know when to sit my appointment for, because I don't want the furnace guy to try and pull into the driveway or be in the way while the other guy is plowing it, right? And so, it was fine though, because that guy came out around noon, and then the furnace guy wasn't supposed to be there till 4, and so, so yeah, it was a very cold day. It's still not fully warmed back up, for sure. Because we've only had heat for. Okay, if our entire house wasn't do I have room to even pick it up? No, okay, you'll just have to lay there. If our entire house wasn't basically stacking things in front of the registers, it'd be fine, but like so many of our big areas where we congregate, we've got stuff either on or in front of said registers. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it's probably warmer in my bedroom, which has the register closed because I like it cold, than it is in the room I'm in now because the couch is in front of it. So, that'll be interesting when I go to bed and it's too warm in there. Ugh. Hate being too warm. But, yeah, it's the same old, same old. For whatever reason, around this time every year, when it's super cold out, the furnace breaks, it seems. And so, oh, that was cement. And it's not always, but is almost always the need this. Almost always the igniter breaks. And so that's what happened again. The igniter was broken. Oh, you didn't make it in there. Which luckily is a super easy fix for him. It's great. It's so easy for them to fix. They just usually doesn't take them too long. Although it's is stupid expensive. Right, because it's not something I can do. And they come out and they charge like $200 for the 20-minute job. What did I see? They wanted $96 an hour is their $96 an hour to fix it. Ridiculous. I'll never understand why it's so expensive. Oh, this needs to be scrapped up here. I did the guns, right? So now we gotta do the parts. Parts. I don't really have a lot of cooked food in there. What about in this guy? There we go. Ham and eggs. Throw some more tea on top of it. But yeah, so it's been a cold day. I keep a blanket when the winter time, but I did have to go and put on a sweatshirt basically. Because it's too cold. My arm was freezing. Crazy. Yeah, I ate a bunch of food. I should stop being hungry. Give it a second, okay? What's up with my guy being tired? Do I need to eat vitamins for that? Is that what's going on here? Got vitamins. There we go. What about this thing on my knee? Bandages. Cool. Alright, well that should help a bunch. But yeah, it's I don't it's bizarre to me that it seems like it's every year when it's right around January when it's super cold out. That's when my furnace breaks. Not the middle of summer, you know. And you're thinking, well, it's your furnace. Of course it wouldn't break in the middle of summer. But our furnace is also our hot water heater. So it runs year round. So you'd think it would pick a different time of the year to break, but in the 12 years we've been here, it has never broken when it's not winter. That's crazy. Is I think it was last winter. Was it last winter? I bet I spent close to $2,000 getting it repaired. Because the blower motor went out on it, and I had to take like a video recording because it wouldn't make the noise while they were here looking at it. And so I finally caught it on video and had to send that in. And then on top of that, I told them how I was getting an exhaust smell, and so they replaced all of the chimney piping as well, which luckily the chimney on this thing is fairly short. It's only about, I don't know what, 20-ish feet, and it goes horizontally. So it sticks out the side of the house instead of going up through the roof. So it's really easy to replace, but the parts are super expensive. Because the guy's like, oh, we don't really use this old ductwork anymore. I'd suggest you upgrade to the new stuff. I'm like, yeah, dude, whatever we gotta do to stop this from happening. And so, yeah, it was quite expensive, but they assured me that it was the way to go. I believe them. They seem like nice peoples. But, yeah, and so I was glad it wasn't that kind of fix, because I don't want to spend that much money on my furnace again this close. A weird green light over there. I guess that's the edge of a lamppost, right? Let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about before I end the episode? There was a couple of things. 2 episodes into the new Solo Leveling, the anime. I've talked about that a little bit. I read the books. I've read the comics. And now the anime is out, and oh, it is so good. So good. Dude, they have not skimped on the horror gore aspects of that so far. I knew it was a pretty intense action thing, because I guess a very brief synopsis of what it's about is the portals open up all around the world, and I can't believe I'm still hungry. Portals open up all around the world, and if you don't kill all the monsters inside within 7 days, the portals spill out bad guys. And so, on top of that, the bad guys that come out are like orcs and dragons and demons and, fantasy character stuff. And so, the, creatures are completely immune to human weaponry. And so you've got to use weapons from within the portals. They're basically dungeons. And I thought I heard something. And or materials that have been taken from within the dungeons can be used to make weapons. And so there's a guy. Oh, and then on top of that, weird things happen. Everybody, but some people got powers, and so they call them hunters, and they go in and they fight the monsters because they're, stronger, faster, part animal, all kinds of things. Have spells, and so they're better equipped to fight the monsters. And so, and then there's also some people are affected in the opposite way, in that instead of getting powers, they get drained of life. And so the main character, Sung, his mother is one of the ones who is mana sick. And you tricked me. Now you're dead. That's what you get for tricking me. I'm looking for nests for eggs. And so yeah, he's got power. I don't know what his power is, honestly, but he goes hunting anyways, trying to get money, because you get lots of money for completing the dungeon stuff. But he gets hurt every time he goes hunting, because he spends all his money keeping his mother alive, and so he never has any money for gear, because the gear from the dungeons has durability on it, and so you can only use it so much before it breaks. So you're constantly buying new gear, and he, of course, is buying the cheapest gear, and so he becomes known as the weakest hunter in the world. And so then he shows up for this mission, and there's two of them over here. He shows up for this mission, and they I lied. There's more than two of them over here. Well, apparently that doesn't matter to me. I'll take them all. And so he goes on the mission. And they get to the end of the dungeon, and he almost gets killed, of course, because he gets hurt real bad every time. But then after that, they find another extra tunnel that shouldn't be there, and it leads to a second dungeon within the dungeon, which is super rare, but people have heard of it before. And so when they go in the dungeon, it's not a low-ranked dungeon. It's an extremely high-ranked dungeon. I mean, truth be told, it's not a dungeon at all. And so they're trapped inside this temple, and they have to solve the riddle. And like, people are being cut down left and right. There's these statues, and they're like cutting people in half, cutting the arms off people, cutting the legs off people. Okay. Oh, dang. Why are you not dead, man? Did you die? You're not dead. Maybe you were. I didn't trust it. And so he basically becomes the last one left, because they managed to open the door, but the only way it stays open is if someone stays behind, and so they left him behind. and then he gets offered the choice to become to to become the world's only player. Um, no one, no one else in the world has the ability to level up, and so he gains the ability to level up, and that's why it's called solo leveling, because he's the only one in the entire world who can get more powerful. Everyone else just has whatever powers awakened in them, but he can actually get stronger. Um, and dude, it's so good. It's so I don't know. I like that it's super violent and gory, and the storyline's pretty good, and I really like the books. I don't know I like the books better than like the Goblin Slayer books, but man, this is really well done so far. I mean, it's been 2 episodes, but and then the other one I've really enjoyed, real quick, is the wrong way to use healing magic is pretty funny stuff. That one, it's they cast a spell to summon the heroes, and this guy, I think I talked about it before, and this guy gets caught up in it, and he's not supposed to be there, and but he's there now, and so I don't think I needed water to make bacon and eggs, and oh, did I not bring back enough eggs? What's the deal here? Yeah, I should be able to make 1 bacon and egg. And so, the first 2 episodes of that were great. In the first episode, everybody was afraid of the woman who runs the rescue squad for the kingdom, and they call her training, the training from hell. And so they try to hide him from her because they're afraid of what's going to happen to him from her training, because not everyone survives. And so basically she just she teaches him, nope, that's guns. She teaches him how to use his training, his healing magic, to keep himself alive. Oh, what just happened there? I opened this to put these feathers in there, and what did I do? Did I put something else in here? Shouldn't be in here? Yeah, my hammer. Why'd I put my hammer in there instead of the feathers? The heck, man. And so it's super well done so far. It's really funny. I mean, they haven't really done much, but he's doing training where she's like making him run until he can't run anymore, and then she heals him and makes him run until he can't or can't run anymore, until it wakens his healing magic, and then she's teaching him to instinctively use his healing magic to heal himself. So if he has to run someplace, he can run forever, because he'll just heal away the damage and pain. And you know, it has permanent stamina basically from the healing magic. And then she starts kicking him super hard, and knocking him down, so he has to start healing his little wounds as he's going. And and at the end of the second episode, she grabs his backpack and she's like, "All right, now I want you to go into this forest, and I want you to kill a grizzly bear. Don't come back till you're done." And he's like, "What?" She hasn't trained him how to fight anything. She's like, you can handle a grizzly bear." And he's like, but, and he's like, and she's like, "Here you go," and she just throws him off this cliff into the valley below. And he's like, "You didn't have to wind up the throw," as he goes flying through the air. It's pretty fun. All right, with that, we're in Small Things Leading the Light, and I will talk to you later.